Welcome, everyone, to the Sickles Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of October 24th, 2023. Welcome to a day where it rained in Dallas. Therefore, it took me 3 hours round trip to get into the city and back. I fucking hate this place. I hope everyone else is doing better than me.
Shreveport.
With me tonight, as always, I have Pitt Girl, Beth, Commish, and Arthur eating. What are you eating, Arthur?
He's eating, man.
I know. Something pasta-y.
He needs to eat something because his thing says that he just saw a movie that was 3 hours and 26 minutes long.
Okay.
So let him get some sustenance.
Fine. Commish, how are you, sir?
Just battling some baby sickness. If I sound a little raspy, it's not because I'm trying to imitate Corvallis Love tonight.
Oh yeah.
Corvallis Love. No, just definitely not trying to do that. The baby's got RSV, and I'm not necessarily like doing great. The baby's in like great spirits. It's just like maybe she's towards the end of it or whatever, but I'm hanging on. This is my flu podcast, I guess, so to speak. So let's see how it goes. I'm sure it won't. I don't know. It's probably not going to go well.
Is it ever?
No, not really. Some things I'm pleased with when I re-listen to the podcast. Other times I'm like, oh God, I can't believe I said that. But yeah, that's fine.
Beth, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm in a bit of an existential quandary about the ice cream that's downstairs, but I'm gonna battle through for the podcast.
Yeah. If I get boring, feel free just to leave. I'll know that I'm talking too much.
Okay.
Hey girl, how are you?
I'm good. I had the distinct pleasure of driving through one of Pennsylvania's several state forests today, and then back down 11 and 15 from north of here during golden hour, which was delightful. For those of you who are not from central Pennsylvania, US 11 and US 15 are concurrent between Harrisburg and Williamsport-ish, and they run right along the Susquehanna River, and it's fall, and it's delightful. It's such a good season to be in Pennsylvania.
We are recording this in the middle of the last week of Conference Tuesday action, Conference TUS Day. We never really came up with something there. But that means that November's around the corner.
That's right.
And that means midweek action is on. So as we finish one, we get the other back. And I just feel like Conference USA, thank you for doing this. This has been great this month. I've enjoyed it a lot. I hope that this helped you all out too. And this just felt so good. Thank you. The Michigan thing is funny.
The Michigan thing is hilarious. Are you kidding?
For lots of reasons, because it's either a deep-rooted conspiracy or it's a dude who likes Michigan football too much doing shit. And either way, that's funny to me. I think Commish had a good point, though, on Twitter the other day, where he said that he wishes these kinds of things happen to smaller programs. Because when Michigan falls down, it's interesting, it's funny, but you're right, Commish. I want to find out that like UNLV has an advanced sign stealing thing. They've got, they're completely locked in. That's funnier, I think.
Oh, I mean, like UNLV has all the cameras that they get from those Vegas casinos, and they have deployed them around all FBS stadiums throughout the nation to get data to allow UNLV to be bowl eligible. And like stuff like this, it would go unnoticed. Like I know somebody gave me like grief. I don't know who it was. Nobody ever claimed it, but
it was like, not me. It was not me.
Commish was like, discovers WikiLeaks. I'm like, how could I forget WikiLeaks? It gave us the Frank Beamer gif. The Frank Beamer like 00. That was part of WikiLeaks.
That was WikiLeaks. I forgot about that.
It was WikiLeaks. How could you forget that? And somebody said in the replies, like, I've only ever seen the still image. Thank you for showing the entire GIF of him fist pumping.
Oh, it's even better. Yeah,
you got
sweet baby.
I mean, I'm like, you didn't see the full reaction. You just see the arms up. You don't see the Frank Beamer fist pump. So again, that's a pledge to us in the committee. We need to tweet the GIF more.
Mm-hmm. You've never seen joy
No.
until you've seen that image.
Oh my God.
I guess we
Like-
have to teach the youths because that GIF is almost a decade old, as we
Mhm.
established on this show like 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah, you're watching a man who has just fought God and won. It's so beautiful.
But then they
I
still
would-
love
I want to find out that Georgetown has repurposed all of the like crazy sensing stuff on top of all the buildings in DC to sign steal from people at multi-sport field.
oh yeah.
I want that.
They've got, they're getting Fordham signs. They're getting
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be great. I want Duquesne with like the dorms right over the
Mhm.
field. Just like every visiting team, they're just like looking at the dorms, and there's like the giant camera lens that you would get in the
Oh,
spy
like it's-
movies. Like just like Duquesne's stealing signs, and then there's like a complicated, was it Morse code to the sidelines?
Oh, even better.
Semaphore.
Semaphore. Yes.
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 Just
Yes.
done.
Yes.
Whatever. I want that. Like, I mean, it's just like this Michigan guy is just buying tickets in the stands and then videoing with the cell phone. I want something ridiculous, like even more complicated.
Mhm.
And I want like a
Maybe
really
you were born for this.
or be better at cheating. Just for the love of God, be better at this. Because if this
Or
is
way worse.
right, either way,
It is kind
this
of
is so mid.
so like it feels kind of stupid. Like, I'm not saying this in the way that some people on the internet are. It feels very stupid that this is against the rules when everyone is watching tape all the time. And like, I get it. You don't want people sign stealing, et cetera, but like, how is this an NCAA violation? This feels like the cream cheese thing to me, but not player related.
This, from what I've read, basically they stopped letting like scout teams go check out other games, or scout coaches, simply because little schools couldn't pay for it.
Yeah, and that's
And that makes
fair.
total sense. But then to expect that it's just never going to happen, Scouts honor, I promise, is fucking nuts.
But I super promised.
Like that in a sport where people are so paranoid, you have coaches like covering up windows. Speaking of covering up windows of dorms, like there's stories of coaches like covering up windows of dorms near practices or some shit like that.
Oh, fuck me. Lincoln Riley has a point now. God damn it.
Oh, yep, there you go. Congrats. You made Lincoln Riley have a point.
Oh
Even
no!
other than the one at the top of his head.
I love this quote from Kirby Smart, which I know we don't really talk about like big football too much, but Georgia head coach Kirby Smart is asked directly about the reports of Michigan stealing signs. Kirby Smart says, I quote, "There's nothing I remember about the Michigan game that makes me think that happened."
That's
so good.
That's brutal.
It's so
That's
good.
brutal.
Like the
This
Michigan
is-
And it's
this is-
WikiLeaks
This
as
is the
hell.
Don Draper. I don't even think of you. Like that's exactly what this
Mhm.
is.
I mean, like the Michigan fans that we follow on the account, there was one, I think it's Patrick Barron, he's the photographer from Michigan, and he had like the meme where it's just like a person with no eyebrows and it's just no reaction. And then all of a sudden, like the next one, he was just like upset, like oh my god, like I'm mad now. Like it took him a little second. It was just so ridiculous. It was just, I mean, it was just like it was a burn that you didn't realize how bad the burn was until you're like, oh, it took a little while to set in.
The worst part about this, the most annoying part about this, is that it's bringing out the worst in about 6 different fan bases and making their fans just super fucking insufferable. When I just want to spend my Tuesday nights talking about New Mexico State almost being bowl eligible, and I have to deal with more of this shit. No, like I just can't, guys.
The best part about this is it gives me reason to listen to Ace of Base on loop, and I appreciate that.
Oh my
Well, let's
god!
talk-
Now I got Jim Harbaugh singing Ace of Base.
I saw the sign.
That's right.
I stole
I
it.
can't. If I could
Perhaps.
do a Jim Harbaugh impression, okay, I'm gonna have to work on this.
I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign.
I saw the sign.
I saw the sign.
Okay, let's talk about some actual stupid college football shit that's fun.
But now I'm picturing him singing "All That She Wants Is Another Baby." But
Hey.
How do you know multiple Ace of Base songs?
How do you not?
I
How
know
do you not?
multiple.
It's
I
a
know
beautiful
one.
life.
I know one.
It's a beautiful life. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, that's Ace of Base too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, didn't know that. Let's talk about some real stupid college football shit. Some real
We're
coach
gonna have a
brain
very
shit.
good karaoke night one of these
One
nights.
night.
Here we
It
go.
goes karaoke.
Jeff Traylor, UTSA head coach, put rat traps with. This is according to the JJ Pears on Twitter. Put rat traps with cheese in players' lockers this week to symbolize "Don't eat the cheese." One of his players gave one to him. Gave one to the coach. The trap went off and smashed one of his fingers. That is so good. That
My
is
own
like
petard. Oh
that's.
no!
Oh, we're
I've
gonna
been
make the metaphor
hoisted
real.
by it.
Oh no, the metaphor is too real. Oh no,
You're hoisted by your own coach brain.
so fucking good.
So
It's
beautiful.
so coach brain. This is something like this is. I don't know. Arthur asked what "Don't eat the cheese" is supposed to mean. I think it's has to do with traps, like a trap game.
Is this not like a Nick Saban rat poison thing?
I
It
think it's
feels that
similar
way.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that he was like, nah, we're gonna put real rat traps with real cheese in their lockers.
Right. That's a little bit.
Risking his players' fingers first.
Yes.
You don't need fingers. What are those good for?
Because they're college students, no matter how smart they are or not smart they are.
They're college students and it's free food.
Yeah.
They're college students and it's free food.
Uh-huh. And then to pick one up yourself that one of your seniors had set up for you, and it slams your fingers.
If I gave you okay, Jordan, back in college, if I gave you a Lunchable that in one of the little areas had green block, would you have tried to eat it?
Yeah, of course. It was free food.
Explain for the audience and also me what green block is.
Green block is rat poison.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if this was a banned thing.
It causes massive internal bleeding. Don't eat green block, you'll die. Also, don't touch green block, you'll probably also die. Don't eat green block, kids.
That would be an
Learn things on
effective metaphor right there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't eat the rat poison. Oh no, you ate the rat poison.
But
The metaphor's too real.
I just want to point out here because I guess I'm like the fact checker, I guess, of some sort. When they put the traps in the lockers, they were not like loaded or not loaded, whatever you got to do, right? You got to set the trap.
So they
before
weren't
were
set.
not
Okay,
it was
okay,
just
that makes
unset
sense.
traps with cheese on them. So like you could have totally
The
just
metaphor doesn't
eaten
work.
the cheese and then right. So the player that put it or whoever, I don't know if we know who it was.
It was a Jeff Traylor said it was a senior.
A senior. Okay. Well then they can do whatever they want. But
I just posted green block in the chat. So there you go. That's green block.
they set the trap when they put it on the podium. So the traps were not set in the lockers. They were on the podium. I mean, yeah, I feel like college students and rat traps. I had when I was in college, one of the people I was living with got caught in a rat trap. So it definitely happens to college students. You want to watch out for that.
And then the other fun thing was Yinzer ref. Commish, where did you find this?
On Twitter.
This isn't a college game; it's a high school game, correct?
Yeah.
Oh
so
god,
just
yes. This is the whippiest ass game.
we.
continue.
I mean,
I missed this.
so somebody tagged us in this, but like delayed,
Mm-hmm.
and then I didn't see the tag because I was scrolling. It probably came like late Saturday, and then I saw it like late Sunday night because I think somebody liked the tag, or I just noticed the tag or something.
Yeah, it popped up.
It just popped up, and then I was like, what is this? And then so I caught it and I clicked on it, and I'm like, I love this so much. If you could play it now, I would love to hear it.
Give me 1 second. I gotta find it.
I've listened to it for at least 20 times at this point, and I love every single moment of it. I have it. It's if you want it, it's ready to roll right there.
Oh, go, you have a link?
I just put it in the show
Thank you,
chat.
boss. Thank you, boss.
5-yard penalty, still first down. Defense, number 6, 15-yard penalty, the result, first down.
First down.
Face mask, defense. That penalty be assessed on the kickoff. The extra point is good. Still first down. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Result of the play will be a first down. Replay first down. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down. Personal foul, defense, number 58. 15 yards from the end of the run, result, first down. 5-yard penalty, still first down. Replay, first down.
It's worse.
It gets
I
better.
see
What are you
nothing
talking
wrong with
about?
this.
First down. First down.
No, Don.
Don.
First down.
There you
First
go.
down.
First down.
Like I found it right before I was going to bed, watched it a bunch, and then the first thing I did in the morning was open Twitter and watched it again.
First down.
Because I had to watch it on at first dawn.
Oh, it's so
It's
good.
so good.
I see nothing wrong
I
with
want to
that.
listen to it again. Like it's
It
so
makes me
good.
happy.
It is
Just
so
makes me
good. So good.
Let's talk about some of our games we have coming up. Right now, we've got Louisiana Tech driving on New Mexico State to see if they're going to win this game and wrap it up. This has been a very close game most of the time. Most of the game. Louisiana Tech
Pitt
was
Girl is
ahead.
taking midley arms.
Oh, Jerry Hill is very angry.
Oh,
How angry?
he's-
Very
no, he's-
angry.
he's
Very angry.
very
He's
angry about
got a
something.
player like by the collar of his jersey.
Oh, hey Jerry.
no.
Don't do that, Jerry.
Because he
Oh.
broke up a pass, but there's a flag on the play, and I have it on mute, so I assume that the New Mexico State guy did something
Yeah,
bad, but I
that
can't
was-
tell what.
Yikes. Okay.
So Jerry's doing the not supposed to.
No, it's not like grabbing him by the
it's not
face.
like he like
mask.
grabbed him, but he just like had a hold on his
Oh,
shirt
no.
collar like this.
Yeah, this has gotten okay.
He looks like angry redneck Santa Claus.
Wait, but they just got the ball back and it's 1st and 10 New
Yeah,
Mexico
I don't-
State.
maybe it was a personal foul, and they're just like, "Hey, don't be stupid."
He had the same problem last week, wasn't it? What happened last week? I think there was something last week where like New Mexico State was way up and Jerry Kill went into some kid because it was he did something wrong. He didn't.
I don't even know what's going on. The score app is confusing the crap out of me too.
They're up 27-24.
And there's 30
Okay.
seconds left.
Okay,
so.
now Jerry's talking to the kid and it's a little more chill.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Flames are doing against Western Kentucky. You want to have a number on that?
28-17. Beep is up.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Tomorrow night we do have Jacksonville State at FIU. FIU is wearing their Sun Trotters outfit uniforms.
I thought it was
Their
the
mascot-
Sun.
Is it Sun Trotters? No, it's the Sun. Shit, it's their old mascot was the Sun. Looking. Sun Blazers. My bad.
Sun Blazer, yes.
Yes, they're the Sun Blazers. Oh, there we go. New Mexico State is going to a bowl game.
Bowl
Hooray!
eligible New Mexico State.
For the second time in 2 years. The last time this
You
happened,
heard it here first, technically.
as Ben will remind us, this is the first time this has happened since the last years of the Eisenhower administration.
Is Jerry Kill going to get another tattoo?
I hope so.
Well, he's got to win the bowl game to get the tattoo, I think.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Congratulations, New Mexico State. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Also, tomorrow night, we have UTEP at Sam Houston for some very spiciness because this could be Sam Houston's win. This is probably their best shot at one. And if this happens to UTEP, this is not a great situation for them. That one's also on ESPN too. So there you go for that. On Thursday, we get some Nexion on CBS Sports Network, which I'm loving. This is Long Island University at Central Connecticut State. But the real interesting one for me is the game at 6:30 on ESPN2 on Thursday. That is Georgia State at Georgia Southern. This series is a weird one. I talked about this series back when we did our Georgia State best season of all time. And Georgia State and Georgia Southern are basically even in the series. And you wouldn't think that because one of those teams is like 100 years old and has national championships. And the other one was created out of nothingness about 15 years ago. But the series, actually, I lied. Georgia State leads the series 6-3.
Ayo.
That just feels weird. And if you ask me who's going to win that game, Georgia State's in a better spot right now than Georgia Southern is. And that's a weird thing to say. There's a lot of bad blood here. This is for the battle for the true GSU, all that good stuff. I love it. Other games on Thursday, an HBCU game. This is SC State versus North Carolina Central, which should be a lot of fun. And then Syracuse at Virginia Tech, Thursday night ACC shun. Yeah, hey, Pitt Girl, that face right there is how I feel about that game too. This is in Blacksburg on a Thursday night.
Oh no. Oh no.
Syracuse
Oh
is
no.
going
Syracuse,
there.
I'm sorry.
A Syracuse that is really on its heels at the moment.
This is
Oh, no.
where Syracuse goes to die. So sorry about that.
Survive it, Dino. Just survive it. And then on Friday, Brown at Penn, and the American Friday night game, which apparently we get now, is FAU at Charlotte.
Sure.
That's exactly my opinion on this. Charlotte coming off a 1-game winning streak currently.
One in a row.
And FAU has been blowing up people. So
Yeah. Well, they got blown up by UTSA last week because there's rat traps apparently, and they catch owls. But hold on the New Mexico State bowl eligibility.
Oh no.
New Mexico State is playing 13 games this year.
oh crap, they have to make 7.
Oh no.
So they played Hawaii, so they have to get to 7. So they have 4 games left. They're 6-3. They're 4-1 in Conference USA. So they still have to get one, either Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, Auburn, which would be hilarious, or Jacksonville State. So they have to.
Actually, that's
I don't know
they're
about
better.
that.
They're better than Mitsu, I think.
They're at home and they play Middle Tennessee. So I had to delete the celebratory tweet in Bevel. And then, I cited Colin Deaver. So, but, we want to celebrate because they got the 6, but gotta wait. Just
Okay, we'll pump the brakes on that. Okay.
Yes.
As always, let's start looking towards Saturday and seeing what we have there. Let's do the ACC Network rundown first, one of my favorite things, because the ACC Network, of course, is...
All right, before we look at that, how many times are the We Number One going to pop up? And which one will be first?
I feel like they love the double season one. Was it the 1981?
Well, 1990.
1990, the one that
1990 is when they had a multiple, and then there's the one with Clemson in 81, and then there's the 1999 Florida State.
Mhm.
So are they going to show all 3? We're going to get 2 out of 3?
Can we set? So I'm going to set a line here at 1.5.
Okay.
Over.
I mean, I'm going to go with 2. It's just I feel like this is meatloaf. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but it may be all 3. We'll see.
There are at least two ACC Network games. I have not looked at the schedule, so I'm not cheating. I am going to take a risk and take the under here.
Okay.
I'll take the over.
Okay. There is only one. They're only showing the Clemson one.
Oh.
At 7 a.m., they're showing last year's NC State versus Clemson game.
Okay.
Then we're number 1, the story of 81 Clemson.
Okay.
An episode of ACC Huddle.
All right.
And then we have at noon, UConn versus Boston College.
Oh, UConn messed everything up.
Yep. I think it's because it's so early.
As usual.
Poor UConn.
Then we've got Virginia versus Miami. This one, guys.
Wait. Again? Miami's on the ACC Network for the 4th straight week?
Yes. Once again, they're just burying them there.
Traditional ACC powerhouse Miami.
Okay. We could talk about that game a little bit later. Because I don't think it can match what they did last year.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
And then North Carolina versus Georgia Tech.
Man, they got 3 games this week.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of games.
And they're all back. They're not quite back to back. They're missing sort of a late afternoon game, but honestly,
what time does the ACC schedule start for you?
Noon Eastern.
Yeah,
so I have a nooner, a 3, and an 8.
No, what time? Like when you started reading the times?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Okay, there was nothing at like 5 a.m.
At 5:30, you get the NCAA college track and field.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure there wasn't another we're number 1.
Nope, sorry. Okay. No more we're number 1. And then, of course, on the CW, let's see what we have here. On Saturday, locally, I get Jack Hanna's Into the Wild, 2 episodes of that. On 33.5, The Rewind, which is apparently one of those weird digital channels, they're showing reruns of Mork and Mindy, one of my favorite TV shows.
Whoa.
I do love Mork and Mindy.
Me too.
Pet Vet Dream. Dr. Lisa Chimes asks for help from Dr. Steve Fernside to treat an injured cat. We don't have any more paralyzed dachshunds, which apparently is an issue, someone told me.
Mm-hmm.
And not just
Yeah.
that they turn into different angles.
Yeah, I got some messages this week about dachshunds.
We're sorry, dachshund likers.
Yeah.
In Bluey, there's a little dachshund named Snickers.
Oh,
Find a picture of Snickers because Snickers is adorable. And he has the same problem. He's like, I can't run my little legs.
So Clemson is on the CW, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just drop Snickers in the chat there. He's adorable.
Perfect. Snickers. Clemson and NC State on the CW. There's been crazy games on the CW. But I want to give you a Dabo Sweeney quote about the CW and Clemson playing on the CW. I have no idea what it is. I don't even know where it's at. Where do I go to it?
Okay.
my dude, it is over the air. This is not hard.
I want to say that I'm guaranteeing Dabo watched Seventh Heaven at some point. Right?
Gilmore Girls, yeah.
I mean,
At least his pastor did.
Maybe he would know it better as WGN.
I think it's like the Seventh Heaven was like the WB.
The
Or,
WB.
yeah, the WB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't know, it could have been called, what
You
was
telling me you didn't watch the Family Channel?
Oh,
I
I
mean,
watched
what
Love
was it-
Shop Till You Drop. Not Shop Till You Drop. Oh, Supermarket Sweep. There we go.
Supermarket Sweep.
My CW station also has In the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers, which I feel like I need to watch now. We got college football, of course, and then some Big Bang Theory, and then episodes of 911. Is that the show with Rob Lowe? Oh, and then on the CW, I get ECH.
911. 911 does not have Rob Lowe. 911 Lone Star has Rob Lowe. Angela Bassett is 911.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
Also, I get ECHL hockey.
Nice.
The Atlanta Gladiators are taking on the Allen Americans.
All
That's
right.
nice.
And then at 10 o'clock, of course, YOLO, Texas.
I just want everyone to know I will not read the entire CW Central PA schedule, but following Clemson NC State, we get Fatal Attraction, followed by the 40-year-old virgin, followed by the local news at 10.
Perfect.
That's a weird set of shows. At 1 a.m., I get an episode of Cheaters.
Ooh.
There's some weird stuff on here, y'all. Okay. So let's talk about the schedule now. We're going to bunch them together by time and see sort of how it goes for us.
Yeah, we're going to
We'll
try this
start-
a little bit differently this week to try to be somewhat organized. And we're going to go by time slots and try to give you networks too.
Imagine
so you
that.
can like figure out where the games are because, we just talked about the ACC network and the CW. Why not the rest?
Look at us being helpful.
Yeah.
Florida State at Wake at 11 a.m. on ABC. So this is like this
Why
is
is this game on ABC?
immediately
ABC?
coming off of College Game Day, and then
Because
click
it's
ABC.
family programming.
Is it?
At Wake?
At Wake.
Mhm.
Okay.
A beautiful gray day at Wake Forest.
Sure.
Florida State's going to come in and put
Mhm.
70 on their heads.